Want to be inspired on your journey to social confidence? Stay tuned. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out 12 quotes of people that I interviewed on my podcast. We're talking about EFT experts, coaches, psychologists, psychotherapists, people who have incorporated energy psychology or EFT tapping into their practice and have seen the results of their clients go through the roof. So a lot of these people are Western traditionally trained who have incorporated this new technique in their practice and they've seen amazing things. And I create this episode for you because I want to inspire you to go back, to go listen to some of these episodes, because I started the podcast in 2015 and the first year I just interviewed people. So I interviewed maybe 50, 60 people, all experts in their own right. And I picked specific topics related to social anxiety. And I think you will find this not only very inspiring, I think you'll find it very enlightening. And it will really give you the feeling like, oh my God, I really can overcome this problem. I really can tackle this issue. Okay? So without further ado, here we go. Number 1. I absolutely believe there is hope for everyone. I've seen people turn things around where they thought it was impossible. Whatever is causing the social anxiety, those things can be worked through. There are gentle and subtle ways to get to these things and clear them. The process does not have to be horrifying or incredibly painful. You can find yourself amazingly surprised with the shifts that can happen. Sophia Kayer, EFT founding master. Next. To me, it's not about managing it, the social anxiety. You really want to go for the full deal. It absolutely can be shifted. Tanya Prince, NLP trainer, hypnotherapy trainer, and EFT master and trainer. Next, when you're not feeling calm for no reason, when you can't think straight in a situation and you can't act sensibly and resourcefully, or when the way you're behaving, thinking, or feeling doesn't fit what is happening in the here and now, you're being affected by your past. You're not born with social anxiety. It is learned. Gwyneth Moss, EFT master with certificates in NLP, hypnotherapy, and psychotherapy. Next, paradoxically, accepting yourself where you are is the beginning point of recovery. A lot of people are doing exposure therapy. Feel the fear and do it anyway. For some people, that's really harrowing. It's really tough. And what techniques like tapping do is at the very least, they take the edge off at the beginning so that it becomes a little bit easier. And over time, it becomes a lot easier. This is Steve Wells, who's a psychologist who's trained to the highest level in provocative therapy. He's the co-creator of SET, Simple Energy Technique, and creator of IEP, or intention tapping. If we're not good enough to love ourselves, how on earth are we even good enough for other people to love us? If we think poorly of ourselves, we're naturally going to expect others to think poorly of us too. This is from Brad Yates, who's a hypnotherapist and EFT expert. The templates you learn in your family growing up are the templates you show in society when you are older. You learn the patterns from your parents and in school, and you take these patterns with you into society. This is Willem Lammers, who is a psychologist, psychotherapist, and the developer of logosynthesis. Conventional psychology says, let's desensitize you from that fear by forcing you to face it, little steps at a time, where you grit your teeth and bite your fingernails, have your heart pounding and your knuckles white, and you're just miserable doing it. And all the time your subconscious is yelling, no, don't make me do this. The simple thing is to just neutralize the subconscious resistance to changing. This is Lindsay Kenny, psychologist and EFT master. We coach around helping people build enough resilience so they can be out in the world with real people, but also have healthy boundaries. Many people that have gone through this kind of process of tapping using EFT become much more confident than your average person because you're building up your resilience. This is Rick Wilkes, who's a highly experienced emotional freedom coach and EFT expert. Unlearn and unpair your unwanted, automated responses to your triggers. You can expect to no longer be held back by fear or by the worry of being judged or criticized, so you can actually move on. This is Rahana Webster, a counselor, NLP master, and EFT master. People don't judge you on one situation or one comment that you make. If people do this, they're not the kind of people that you want in your life. This is Teun Melis, who's a good friend of mine who enjoys effortless social confidence and has got an amazing social life. I realized a client can achieve real, deep change more easily than with other classical therapy. With energy psychology, you don't have to go so deep into the sensations, the emotion. You need to be connected, but it's not so hard. Energy psychology for me is the best solution. It changed my life. This is Ive Woche, who's a psychotherapist, a supervisor to therapists, and an experienced EFT practitioner and trainer. Next, this technique, EFT tapping, hands down has been the best thing for anxiety and has not let me down in 18 years. The words from Carol Look, who's a psychotherapist, hypnotherapist, and EFT master. And there you have it. Hope this inspired you in your journey to social confidence. You can check out the Social Anxiety Solutions podcast by going to any podcast player of your choice and typing in Social Anxiety Solutions. Wishing you all the best in your journey to effortless social confidence. You can definitely overcome this. All the best for now. Ciao.